So here's Isaiah in chapter 6. He has just seen this awesome thing in the temple where he says, I saw the Lord high and lifted up. His train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphim, and he sees this awesome presence or awesome display of the glory of God. And then in the chapter, he says that the angel came and took some coals from the altar with some tongs, and it touched his lips and it purged his sin, he said. And then he said in verse 8, "Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, Here am I, Lord, send me." And now the angel says something totally ridiculous to Isaiah. Verse 9, "And he said, Go and tell this people, Hear you indeed, but understand not. See you indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed." Isaiah is baffled by this pronouncement from the angel, because essentially the angel is telling Isaiah, as a prophet of God, as my guy, I'm sending you out there to a people who you're going to talk to them, you're going to preach to them, and even though they have ears, they will be totally clueless. Having ears, they will perceive not. Having eyes, they will not see it. You can talk to them, you will preach to them till you are blue in the face. You will run program after program. You will do AY after AY, Sabbath school after Sabbath school. And I'm sending you out there as a minister to minister to people who it will seem like they are paying you absolutely no attention whatsoever. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. And so naturally, Isaiah's next question, his next question to God is this: Then said I, Lord, how long? How long do you want me to go through the motions of ministry when it seems like that there are people who are there, but they're not really there? That they're in front of me, but they're not listening. They hear me, but they're not paying attention. How long do you want me to do this? Ever felt like you're going through the motions of ministry and it seemed to be ineffective? This is kind of what Isaiah is saying, is that I don't want to do that. But now even more ridiculous, even more ridiculous than the command for Isaiah to do it, comes the answer from the angel. And he says, "Until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate, and the Lord have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land." The angel is telling Isaiah, how long do I want you to preach? How long do I want you to engage ministry? Until it's all over. Until everything is done, until every house is without inhabitant, until the land is utterly desolate. You preach, Isaiah, you preach, you do what I've called you to do until it's all done. Now, the great thing about God, awesome thing about God, is that he never leaves us without any hope. He finishes by saying this, verse 13, "But yet in it shall remain a tenth, and it shall return. And it shall be eaten as a teil tree and as an oak, whose substance is in them when they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be in the substance thereof." In other words, Isaiah, just like the trees drop their leaves in the winter and they look barren and bare, and some would say almost dead, God says, even those, even in the dry times, there is a tenth, there is some substance that remains on the inside. And there will be times when it looks like they're not listening, when it seems like they're not paying attention, when it seems like nobody's getting it, when you feel like you're all alone. Yet there is substance in the midst that sometimes you will never see. He says that that tenth will one day return. So, Isaiah, you be faithful until the end. You'll not always be able to see the end result. You'll not always be able to see the light bulb go off in the eyes of people who've gained a new relationship with the Lord, or gained some new truth that will make their lives easier and their relationship with the Lord stronger. You might not always see that, but Isaiah, you be faithful. And that tenth, I guarantee you this, that the tenth shall return.